Hey guys, this is Stephanie and I'm Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. If only you could see, I have two very cute puppies sitting on my feet right now. I think they want to be on camera, but every time I pick them up to put them on camera, they're like, oh, no. Today, I am coming to you with my resolutions video. I have 10 resolutions for you guys today. I'm really hoping I can keep these resolutions. I know that people make resolutions and then they just don't do them and they break them, but I really am going to try to do these resolutions. I know, it's that time of year where you look back on the year and you think, this year kind of sucked. I think there are things I could do to make next year better. Now, I will admit this year for me wasn't the best, mainly because I was having health problems and nobody likes to be sick, let alone sick for 7 months. So I think that next year will be better because I'm already on the road to recovery. Woohoo! When I was sitting down and writing out these 10 resolutions, I was realizing that these were all book resolutions and I didn't have a single one about me personally. So I went ahead and threw in 2 personal and 10 that are book related to hopefully kind of balance it out. But I'm not a good person for personal resolutions. I've done them every year probably for my entire life and I never go through with them. Everything from I should drink more water to I should lose weight to I should do this and I should do that. And it is just better if I don't resolute myself to do them, but I just do them. I feel like that's confusing, but it did make sense in my head. So my 2 personal resolutions are, number 1, I want to try and get to the gym 4 times a week. Now, as I said, I had some health problems. I'm still healing up from those. So I can't actually go to the gym till like February, and then I have to ease myself into it. I can't just start going right away. I have to be gradual about things. So when I'm healthy enough to go to the gym, I would like to go to the gym 4 days a week. I used to go 5 days a week, so I'm feeling like 4 days will be nice and moderate, but still very good for me. My second goal is to be not to buy things. Now, I know that sounds silly. You're gonna be like, well, you gotta buy food. And I'm not as concerned with food as I am just stuff, and not even books, just stuff. I feel like last year I bought things that I didn't really need, and I bought things and then later I'd find I already had one of them. So I think I just need to take a step back every time before I'm about to buy something, because Amazon makes it way too easy. And just take that step back and be like, okay, do I really need this or do I just want this? Is this something that I'm going to use more than 2 or 3 times? Did you call your sister or your other sister? Maybe she has it and you can borrow it from her. Where are you going to put this item in your house? Things like that. So basically, I'm kind of trying to declutter a little bit this year in addition to not create more clutter. On to the bookish resolutions. I know they're more interesting and that's what you guys are here for anyway. Resolution 1, when Goodreads asked me how many books I was going to read this year, I said 100. I feel that's very ambitious. Last year I said something like 52 and I read like 85. So I surprised myself. So I feel like 100 is like 2 books a week basically. And I'm a little nervous about that, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I think I can do it. But if I don't for some reason, I will not hate on myself. I just won't read the 100. It's no big deal. My second goal is to finish 5 series that I have started. Now, I have a very bad habit of starting series and not finishing them. So I picked out 5 series that I do want to finish that are completed series. I'm not picking any series where the books are still being written. I'm trying to just pick series that are done. The first series I want to finish is going to be the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. I have put off Crooked Kingdom. I don't know why I keep wanting to read it. I just don't read it. I wanted to read it last year. I didn't get it done. So I'm going to do it this year. Next one I'm definitely going to finish is the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I completed the second one, which means I need to read the third one, which is about as thick as this one. So it's going to take some time, but I'm definitely going to do it because it is a series I totally enjoy and I don't want to put it off. And then there's another trilogy after that I might start, but I'll have to take that into consideration. The next series I definitely want to finish this year is the Raven Boys Quartet by Maggie Stiefvater. I have read the first 3. I've put off The Raven King for so long because I don't want the series to end, and I'm afraid what's going to happen to these characters that I have learned to love. So I will be finishing this year. The next series I need to finish is the Winter's Curse series. I flew through this book like when I read it, like 2 years ago. I have no reason for not reading the next 2. No reason. So I just need to finish them. They're really good books. They have political intrigue and great characters. I just need to finish them. And the 5th series I want to finish is the Young Elite series by Marie Lu. I read this one again like 2 to 3 years ago and I really liked it. And I even bought the 2nd and 3rd books, but I just didn't read them. So I need to do that. Now I know I didn't give much description in those books, but I feel like they're mostly pretty popular books that people have heard of. So I'm gonna skip the description. You can always go to Goodreads to hear about any of them, but they're all series I've liked. They're all series I just need to finish. My 3rd resolution is to read more classics. I read, I think, 4 classics last year, which is a little pitiful. I would like to get myself to read 10 classics this year. I feel like that's a lot, but at the same time, I can zip through an Agatha Christie book in like a day. So I think it's something I can do. I want to read 10 classics. I want to go back to reading those books that I used to read all the time and just appreciate them. Number 4, read nonfiction. I just don't read a lot of nonfiction. It doesn't tend to engage me. I don't really like it that much. So I will need help with this one. I have tasked myself to read 6 nonfiction books. If you know some really good nonfiction books, please list them below. I have a very short attention span for nonfiction. I prefer books that are like humorous, maybe, like biographies. I do like those. I've read quite a few of those. Tina Fey's Bossy Pants, one of my favorite books. I'm gonna try and do that, but I'm super nervous it's not gonna happen because I just don't really like nonfiction. So I need you guys to recommend me nonfiction you think I'd like. Maybe a nonfiction that, feels like fiction. You know. My 5th resolution is to not buy more than 5 books every month. Now, this does carry over, so I didn't buy any books last month, so I have 10 books I could buy this month. I'm kind of stockpiling them for some time that Book Outlet has a sale and they just happen to have every book I've ever wanted. But this is going to keep my book buying in control. I have been pretty crazy out of control with buying books last year, so we're just nipping that. Also, the library sale that's in October does not count. My 6th resolution is to read the books that I own, specifically 50 books that I own. So about half the books that I read next year need to be books that I already own at this point in time. Not books that I buy and then read, but books that I own. This is the resolution I feel I will have the hardest time with, and I shouldn't. I mean, I own a ridiculous amount of books, so I should be able to look anywhere on any of these shelves or the ones down the hall and be like, yes, I will read this one and this one, and pick out 50 books that I will read this year. But I just don't always do that. So I need to do that, you guys. I need to read books that I own, at least 50. Ugh. My 7th resolution is to read 20 graphic novels this year. Now, I think these 20 graphic novels are going to help me hit that 100. I could read more than 20 graphic novels / manga, but I need to read that as a minimum. I find them when I read them, I like them, and I just need to get more into them. I just let them sit there, or I don't read them, or whatever. So I need to read more of those. And when I had my graphic novel video last month, you guys gave me a ton of great recommendations, which I am working on. But feel free to leave more recommendations because I need to know more of those. I also want to read 20 books that were written before the year 2000. Now, my 10 classics will fulfill half of that. So then the other half need to come from books that were written before the year 2000. I know that sounds weird, but I just want to make sure that I'm still reading books that were, because they were great books then. They're probably great books now. I just need to pick them up. So that is another goal. 20 books. I can do it. I can do it. My 9th goal is to do at least 3 readathons. Readathons stress me out, you guys, and I know it's just stress that I put on myself, but readathons stress me out. I need to pick simpler, smaller books is what I need to do, or just choose to not do all their guidelines because I'm not a quick reader. When I'm required to read many books in a short amount of time, I just don't do that well. And also, I mean, I still work and I still have life, and I believe life needs balance. I can't just spend 24 hours reading. I think doing one of those 24-hour readathons would go very poorly for me because I'm not gonna, like, my friend drops in to say hi, I'm not gonna be like, are you kidding me? I'm reading. Ugh. So I'm gonna talk to my friend if they're here. They came to my house, they came to see me, or if somebody wants to go out and do something fun, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna do things, I'm gonna work, I'm going to read when I have time to read, but a 24-hour readathon would not go well. So I need to find 3 readathons that will work well for me, that I can do, and that won't stress me out. And my 10th one is rereads. Now, I'm going to let myself do rereads after I hit my 100 reads on Goodreads. I reread about 9 or 10 books last year. I also don't know how to put those on Goodreads. If you know how to put a reread on Goodreads so it counts it currently, let me know, because I was wondering if they would count those and they didn't. But I just want to get some rereads in. Now this one I didn't put a number to because I don't know if I'm actually going to hit that 100 books, but I didn't put a number to my rereads because I want to be able to just read. I want to be able to just read the 100 books, not stress myself out, and then when I'm done, I want to be able to read books that I've read before and go back and enjoy them. So my December and November this year just might be rereading books, which I have no problem with. And that is about it. Those are the goals that I have for 2018. I can't believe it's 2018. I feel like 2017 just started. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like and please subscribe so you can be notified when I have new videos. Also, comment. I want to know at least one resolution that you have for 2018, book related or not. I would love to know what it is. I post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, so you can find me here then, and I will look forward to all of your lovely faces at that time. Goodbye. To be video. Oh, you're so sweet. You just don't like being held.